Hey guys, in this video, we will start creating our .NET Core web application. You can start this by firing up Visual Studio if you don't already have it open. And then when you get to this point, over here was probably blank for you because you did a fresh installation. I did a fresh installation just to demonstrate, but I have other projects that I have been working on. So I'll have them to the side here where it kind of shows you recent projects. But for this exercise, we're going to be creating a new one. So we'll click Create New Project. And then using the search bar at the top, we will just type in the word core. So when we type in core, it will kind of filter out all of the .NET Core related project templates. And because we're specifically doing a web application, I can be more specific and say ASP.NET Core. And then it will once again filter and then give us the ASP.NET Core web application template. So we can go ahead and click this one, and we want to make sure that it's the one with C#. You may see other ones with F# and maybe VB.NET, but we want the one with C#. And then we click Next. And then we give it a name. So I'm going to be calling this one Leave-Management, since we're creating a leave management system. So it's Leave-Management. And we don't have to modify anything else unless you have a specific location that you wish to put your project in. Then everything else can stay as it is. And then we'll just go ahead and click Create. After clicking Create, they are now asking us what kind of scaffolding or preset, what do we want to create the project with. So we can create a completely empty project. We can create one with an API, template. We can do it with a web application template. We can do it with an MVC template, Angular, React, JS, etc. So for this exercise, we're selecting the web application MVC template. We want to make sure that this is .NET Core and not .NET Framework, right? So I did explain that .NET Framework and .NET Core are kind of different. So we want to make sure that we're on .NET Core. And we also want to make sure that the version of .NET Core is 3.1. So I have quite a few listed here. You may not have as many, but you should have Core 3.1. If you don't have Core 3.1, then go back to the installation video and try and configure it once again. So I'm selecting Core 3.1, and to the right hand side, they're asking, do we want to configure for HTTPS? Do we want to enable Docker support? I'm going to leave those as no. So I'm selecting web application with MVC, .NET Core 3.1. And then for the authentication, I'm going to change this from no authentication to individual user accounts. So what this will do is actually give us the framework for authentication in our application, where we can create and use user accounts natively or out of the box. All right, so I'm just going to select individual user accounts, click OK. And then we can go ahead and click Create once again, and then it will start the process of creating the project. Once that project is successfully created, then you'll see an interface that looks something like this. I kind of customized my interface because you can actually move around the docking bars. You can introduce others that you may not see. So for instance, I think by default, the Solution Explorer is usually on the right-hand side. So that's probably what you're seeing. I actually have a preference for it on my left-hand side, mainly because, as Western readers, we read left to right. So starting from the left, going to the right, it's easier for me. But I mean, at the end of the day, you can dock and undock these toolbars as you wish. If I have a toolbar here that you are not seeing on yours, then you can just go to View. And then you'd be able to click and you'll see Team Explorer, Server Explorer. You see all of these, or most of these are toolbars that will appear and are dockable. If you don't want maybe a toolbar to be, always displayed, like for instance, the Solution Explorer, maybe you want more real estate for your code, then you can use this little pin here that says auto hide, and you can click that and it auto hides, and it only comes up when you go over it and click it. And then when you lose, and while there is focus, you can do what you need to do. And when you're finished, you can just click it and it will just hide again. So it's a quite versatile interface. You can kind of customize it, move things around to your preference. So once again, I have Solution Explorer to my left, and I like when it's there for easy access. I have a big enough screen, so I have enough real estate. This landing page, they give you some resources so you can, get started quickly with building code. But for this course, we're going to be building a specific application and doing many more things than any of these articles probably would ever mention to you. So you can stick around. In the next video, we're going to go through the Solution Explorer, and we're going to have we're going to go through and understand exactly what we're looking at and how all of these components play a part in helping us with our application development.